Alright, you guys. Joyner Lucas. I'm not racist. If I pronounced
With
that
all due
correctly.
respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills.
Wait, is this Joyner? Is that him? Is he rapping?
Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. You pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals? You already late. You motherfuckers need to get...
Whoa, this is confusing me a little bit. I think he's lip syncing.
Your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with a Make America Great condom. My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist. And I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, study the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my god. And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet. And that's the nigga within you. Music right in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu. Blame it on those drinks. Blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privilege.
Alright. It's early. It's early right now. I don't know what motivated me to get on here and check out some YouTube videos, but this is pretty intense. My eyes are like half open right now. But I'm waking up. So hold on, I gotta keep watching this.
Just blaming on white kids and just blaming on white citizens. Aim at the vice president. Bunch of class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gon' show us some respect. You gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you wanna be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that goat out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police will stop killing you fucks. You what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into two floors. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours.
Alright. Hold on.
I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at.
Okay, so Joyner, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. He's definitely not one of these two guys. But yeah, so that first, I understand what's going on here, and that was really deep. I suppose what I can comment on is, like, when people, like, specifically white people, I suppose I'll say, they'll say, oh, my president's black. I voted for Obama. I'm not racist. Or like, oh yeah, I have a cousin that's black, and all this kind of stuff. You know, I don't know. That was so true. Like, I don't know.
Man, screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin.
I don't know. Whoa, this music video is making me think a little bit. I personally believe that the Democratic Party, so they fought for slavery, they created segregation, Jim Crow laws, they were not very helpful within the civil rights movement, and it was only because blacks or the slaves were freed and could vote, and minorities started to be, were able to vote, that Democrats kind of turned around. The Democratic Party, I won't say Democrats, the Democrat Party, was like, oh, well, since, you can vote, you might as well vote Democrat. So that's kind of like how everyone talks about this switch in political parties. All it really is a political strategy of going, hey, we need you to vote for us, therefore we're going to cater to your needs without a genuine concern. This is how I just view it. Without a genuine concern for minorities or those kind of, for people that, I don't know, minorities, I guess. But the Republican Party was created as an anti-slavery party. It doesn't have a blemish of racist organizations like the KKK was created by the Democrats, all the way up to Black Lives Matter, created by the Democrats. And if you really think about it, they're racist organizations created during a political moment in America's history, or just, I don't know, I see them as a political tool used, like the KKK was used to create fear, and Black Lives Matter was created to divide and conquer, you know what I mean? Like, the Democratic Party did a great job creating an enemy, the cops, I suppose. And I know that the police don't have a great history. It's easily abused, that kind of power and all that kind of thing. But what I would say about the whole situation is why, just be the change that you demand of others. So if you're constantly complaining about the police and police brutality, become a cop. Go to your local police department or whatever you got to do to become a police officer and become the change that you demand of others. Because that's the only way it's going to change. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Black Lives Matter, it's irrelevant now. Why? Why is Black Lives Matter not relevant in the mainstream media, which is 90% Democrat owned? You know what I mean? Like 95% of it is pretty much left leaning. Why isn't Black Lives Matter relevant today? I'll tell you why. Because the election is over. It's a political tool. Oh, it's too early for this.
We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just because you got nigga friends. Nigga.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot. I don't think I've ever commented this much on a video before, but there's a lot of substance in this already. That first half, it kind of shocked me at first because, he's lip syncing the N-word like left and right. But okay, so that word is not, it's only recently been socially acceptable within the black community, I think. But really, I don't know any, I don't know. I just I think it's a cultural thing because most of the friends that I hang out with that are black, they don't even like to be called that. They don't. But I don't know. I don't want to say it's an education issue, but if you knew what the purpose of that word was for and all that kind of thing, you knew the history of it, why would you associate yourself with it? You know what I mean? I don't know.
That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under.
Okay, so I suppose what I think about that word, finishing my thought, is the black community like guards it and safeguards it and prizes it and uses it, you know? But they don't like it when anybody else uses it. Isn't that the definition of racism? Like, not that I care, because I don't. You could say the word around me all you want. I'm not going to say it. I don't care to say it. I don't want to say it. But it's kind of... It doesn't make sense to me why you would... how you could point your finger at somebody else and call them racist, but you benefit from racist rules and or racist cultural. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it.
And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not affected by the history. My grandmama was a slave. That shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm sorry, you can never fill my life. Trying to have faith, but I never felt alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Trying to find a job and ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Trying to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. You don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken and no barbecue. You don't know about the two-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that. I'm not racist.
I see where he might be coming from a Democrat perspective, which I personally believe that Democrats use racism as a political tool all the time. I mean, you see it in the news every day. You know, white cop kills black man. White men are terrorists. You know, like, white men this, you know, black men that. Everything has a color in the sentence. And from my side, my view, my perspective of Obama. Okay, so I was a champion for Obama in 2008. I was just graduating high school. I could vote. I was definitely not going to vote for John McCain because I just saw this old white guy, old angry white guy that was just like constantly attacking like Russia. He was just constantly mad at Russia and like war with Russia, this. So, and I'm not supporting Russia, but at the same time, I didn't want war and I wanted something different. I didn't want the same old white angry president that seems to always be president. So Obama came and it was like, it's like he just fit into the time just perfectly because he didn't fit the general idea of these angry white old American presidents. So, and he was, his motto was change, just basically let's change, hope, all these things. I can't really remember, but he said a lot of things. So anyways, voted for him, super pro Obama. And then a year later, a year or two later, I joined the Marine Corps, and I was in the Marines for close to 5 years under Obama's leadership, and I was absolutely just disgusted by how the country was being ran, how the military was being ran, how our hands were just tied behind our back in Afghanistan. Obama, today, my perspective on Obama has nothing. I mean, like I said, he's coming from a Democrat perspective, so race is involved, skin color is involved. But from my perspective on performance, Obama is the worst president that we've ever had. He had 8 years to make change, but it was the kind of change that I didn't see coming, which is basically like changing America into turning America into the world. You know what I mean? Like, America stands out of the world right now. Our Constitution stands out from the world, but for some reason I just saw that Obama was trying to make America more like the world, which was definitely not what I wanted. We were losing jobs left and right. Our military was degraded big time. I remember in 2013, and this really pissed me off. In 2013, I remember watching TV, and this is when ISIS was just starting, and Obama called them a JV team. And I just thought that was the most incompetent thing a leader of the free world could ever do, was notice a threat that's growing and totally blow them off. And so anyways, I blame Obama for ISIS because he had the responsibility and the opportunity, the chance to do something, and he chose not to. Just because, I don't know, if you really look into Obama's past, he comes from an Islamic background. He comes from a very liberal, I suppose, liberal institute. I don't know. I'll leave that whole thing out of there. But, yeah, he basically, him calling ISIS a JV team and not doing anything about them when he had the chance in 2013, he allowed ISIS to become the murderous monster that they became. Now, there was Islamic terror from ISIS for his whole presidency, second half of it at least. And what changed? Well, when Obama left, I don't know. I think that there was I don't know, man. I don't want to get into conspiracy, but ISIS just fell off the face of the earth when Obama left. Also, Obama promised that he would end the war in Afghanistan. He promised he would do all these things, end the war, and he didn't end the war. He actually created many proxy wars within the Middle East, created a lot more destruction. He's like the only person on the planet with a Nobel Peace Prize, and that he didn't earn at all. Like, he literally did nothing for this Nobel Peace Prize. I'm pretty sure that the New World Order oligarchs of the world gave him that Nobel Peace Prize to increase his popularity and his likability. This is just, I don't know. And so anyways, he's the only one with the Nobel Peace Prize that has murdered thousands of innocent people with his personal drone strike. So he has a Nobel Peace Prize, but he's murdered plenty of people, like on accident too. And oh man, I could go on and on. I think about Obama, but as far as Trump and Obama, I voted for Trump because Hillary Clinton was Obama 2.0. And I know a lot of Democrats that actually know Hillary Clinton, like know the dirt on her, know her history, would never vote for her. So it was kind of like, who do I choose? Trump or Hillary? And there was no way I was going to choose Hillary. So that's why I chose Trump. And I am so happy. I believe that Trump is, I don't know, I just believe that he's doing a great job because, I don't know, I just believe that if Hillary Clinton would have won, that would have just cemented a lot of corruption and BS that's been going on. America was just getting scammed. Under Obama. Seriously, we Trump coming in there and finally doing something about all this crap. It was a really good thing for America, and I know that's not really popular to a lot of you people because I'm sure a lot of you don't know anything past what CNN tells you. But from experience, working under Obama, I can say that he was a terrible leader. I can't tell you how many times he made red lines for our enemies, our nation's enemies, to not cross. Like, ooh, don't cross this line. And they would cross it immediately, and he wouldn't do anything. Nobody respected Obama. Nobody did. Everyone knew that Obama wasn't going to do anything. He was just a puppet. And then you see Trump. Anytime Trump says that he would do something, he did it. So, anyways, I'm kind of going off on this. All right.
I never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now, treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now.
Not anymore.
You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Because even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot.
I don't think that has anything to be in the front. Again, I think I gotta hit this home. Only to the Democrat Party would this whole white-black thing with Eminem ever be a talking point. Because I don't see it that way at all. I just see that Eminem is just like every other celebrity, off in their own fantasy world. And if you really think about it, Hollywood is Democrat, really, liberal or Democrat. The media is Democrat-controlled. So, I don't know. But you brainwash enough people, everybody thinks the same, and it's just kind of hard to have intellectual diversity, if that makes sense.
Brian Pot, you don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops, and I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate.
I think he has a good point, though. You know, it's... I can totally understand where he's coming from on that.
Hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes and we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story, and now you know mine.
Yeah, this
racist scars with a bandage.
This song was...
I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding.
The song was brilliant.
Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding.
This gives me goosebumps.
I'm not racist.
Man, that's what we should be doing every day with each other. But if you watch the news, you're never going to do that. If you notice, the news is so divisive. Every single news article, or not every single, but majority of it, is divisive. And they're constantly pointing at like everyone else as being divisive. Americans, I think we need to wake up. I think there's a war going on. Not only is there a spiritual war going on, there's a war for your mind right now going on. There's a war for the American mind going on right now. So if you want to just really think critically about this, if you were an enemy to America, like a different country or whatever, we'll say Russia, and you wanted obviously you can't attack America militarily because you'd get smoked. So how can you beat America? Through their politics. If you can infiltrate into our system and change the minds of the American people to be divided. Remember, even Jesus said this, a house divided falls. What is the media doing? You know what I mean? Like, these news anchors that never lose their job over anything. They could report fake news. They can say lies to you straight to your face. I mean, Don Lemon, whatever you want to call his name. I mean, I think he just recently had a guest on there that called Kanye West a house Negro on TV. Like, and he didn't condemn it at all or nothing like that. Like, that's straight up racist. Anyways, it goes beyond that. He said some things about white men too and all that kind of thing. And I know that there's a lot of people that focus on race and skin color as being the problem. But you're probably a Democrat if you do. Because that is the Democrat mindset. It's just all we see in Democrat news. It's just... Anyways. I keep bringing up Democrat because the Republican Party was created as an anti-slavery party, and it doesn't have a blemish of racial organizations or anything like that. But the Democrat Party is just full of it. Just full of racist organizations and racist history. Alright. It's real. Yo. Alright. That was really good. Thanks for recommending, guys. I love you. I'm gonna watch this one more time. I gotta digest this. Alright, you guys. I love you. Republican, Democrat, whatever. American, North Korean, it doesn't matter. I love you. And God bless you. And I'll talk to you later.